And now, in studio, coming straight out of the beautiful village of Del Mar to deliver the timely truths on the real estate market. He's a CEO and broker, a seasoned trainer, and an award-winning expert. He's Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Show.
Good evening. This is Mark Schwartz, and welcome back to the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. And as always, we are here with Hershel Strother II at Mark Schwartz Realty. How are you tonight?
Good. How you doing, Mark?
Doing great. We're blessed to have Barb here with us. Talented, many things going on, concierge banker from Torrey Pines Bank. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Great. And our East Coast sports enthusiast and mortgage broker, Park Place Financial Group, Joe Costa.
Good evening, everyone.
How was that game last night?
Exciting. Very exciting to watch.
It kept going up and down. Cleveland was up by 5. Golden State was up by 5. I mean, clearly came down to, the last couple of seconds.
And then they were outplayed in the overtime. Golden State scored 10-2, I think the score was. That's why they won by 8. And it was just a very exciting game. But LeBron's got a lot to say about this series, though. He's going to take over.
Well, he's going to have to now with the Kyrie Irving injury. That looked bad. I mean, and what's really...
It did look bad.
And, that injury never should have happened because if either Amon Shumpert's basket towards the end of the fourth quarter goes in, then Cleveland wins in regulation, or if Kyrie doesn't come back and get that block on Steph Curry, then Golden State wins in overtime, then Kyrie doesn't get hurt in overtime. And that's going to totally change the series because they were already shorthanded anyway with Kevin Love going out in the first round against Boston. Kyrie Irving really stepped up coming back from injury, and with Tristan Thompson filling up the gap down low that was made by the Kevin Love going down.
This is quite an explanation of what was going on.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
real.
I dig it. You're right. That's true. And
so LeBron's got to do even more. And I don't know if he could do any more than he did last night. Even by LeBron standards, that was an outstanding game for him last night.
He's got to carry the whole team on his back at this point. And Stephen Curry.
He's been there. Let's see what happens. It's going to be exciting.
I'm going Golden State.
Yeah, I think I'm going Golden State, too. I do watch basketball.
Absolutely.
I was going to say, Hershel, this is basketball.
Right. Yeah. I won't stay quiet any longer.
I watch them all as long as I have money bet on the right team. If I start to lose, I have to walk out of the room.
Yeah, you got to walk out getting frustrated or telling them what to do. It's like, just throw the ball. Anyway, so back to real estate. It's been an unbelievable week since we talked to you, and what's happening now is that the interest rates are raised a little bit. Fed is going to continue to raise the rates at this point. I think that it's time to buy. If you haven't bought a house yet, time to buy is now. If you were waiting until you thought you hit the bottom with the rates, I think we've already been there. They started to bounce back and forth, and then now they've been up about 3/8 of a point, I believe. Now, don't quote me on that one. We've had some interesting things going on with the housing market. The buyer pool is still very, very big, and there's been a lot of activity. Our listings are selling very quickly. Challenges to get out there and find the sellers, and then obviously price the property as well. Is that what you're finding too, Hershel?
Yeah, definitely. The properties are going full price, and it's pretty exciting, it's interesting when people think that they have some ammo. They look up what the home had sold for previously or trying to evaluate the motivation of the seller and think they can come in there and negotiate a deal when you have 4 or 5 people behind anyway that are offering at the same time. And so, Barbara, concierge banking.
Concierge banking, yes.
And what does that exactly mean?
Every bank has a banker. And so what I do is I have a specialized style of banking, and concierge banking is exactly as you would see a concierge in a hotel or anything. What I do is I ensure people have that sense of calm in chaos and make sure that they're able to do what they need to do to continue their business. So sometimes you can't make it to the bank. It's a half an hour to the bank, 20 minutes in the bank, and then 20 minutes back to your office. You need to head out of town. You got to catch a flight. They just zap me on my cell phone. Give me a call. They need their deposits picked up. I run down there. Or even if it's not, concierge banking is everything. You have private bankers that specialize in, high deposits and money, and you have your regular retail accounts.
So
that
are you talking
in
about? So we're talking about dealing with your high-end clients.
No, we're talking about dealing with everyone.
Wow.
What I do is I take and I let people in business and people in life breathe. And in order for you to be successful, you have to have that moment. I've done the crazy stuff. I've gone to a client's office and I'm picking up their deposit and they need to get to the bank to do certified mail, but they've got to catch a plane. I'm taking that letter for them. I need them to be calm so they can get to the airport and not crash their car and move about their day. So what I do is I free them up from the chaos.
What differentiates? I've never heard of like my bank offering me that service.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. She told me all the things that her and her team are doing. It blows your mind because the normal things that we don't see that from our normal bankers at
Absolutely.
Chase. And,
my question
they don't go to the mail. They don't deliver your mail. They don't pick up.
No.
They hold my check for 2 days. No.
No. And that's another thing is the relationships that are built. These are my friends in business, which is, something that we quote with our networking group. These are actually my friends, and I want people to be successful, and I don't want them to have any worries. And when something happens on the weekend, your banks are open 9 to 5. I'm your banker. I'm there to take that call at 6 o'clock on a Sunday or a Saturday, and you're going to be gone Monday morning. You've got to head out of town for business. You can send me that wire request. I'll have it taken care of for you first thing in the morning. You can call me and say, "Why isn't my debit card working?" I have full access to the bank. I'm literally a virtual bank, so I can do everything and anything that you would do inside the bank by virtue of calling me.
I mean,
by
from the
calling
first
me and
time,
telling me what you need.
Absolutely. First time we met, and Hershel had introduced me to you, and I know we have a lot of mutual friends and whatnot. It was very easy to see you're a selfless individual who's there to help people win, succeed, do whatever it takes to make their life easier and help. I mean, from the beginning, you were right there asking me what you could do to help me in my business. I mean, coming from a position of, it's unbelievable. It was great, and you can see that going in. I'm just wondering now, you say every bank has a banker, but what differentiates you and your situation? Is it that you are out there
we handle
muscling?
it outside of it. If it's something that I can't facilitate directly at my bank because of the vast network of people that I know, and I know such great business professionals, I can direct it outside of just the hub. Most banks, if I can't help you with your banking, I can't help you with your loans, or I can't help you with your mortgages, it stops right there. With me, it doesn't stop. That's the difference between concierge banking. I have clients that, don't anybody expose my age, we're on air, but that I've banked since
26.
I was 19.
Beautiful as always.
So last 3-4 years.
A couple weeks ago, I was texting you because I was in the Orange County area, and you said you were helping a client in the Beverly Hills area. Talk about do you cover all of Southern California?
I cover the Western Division. I cover, Torrey Pines services California, Arizona, and Nevada. Wow. And I have clients, because of what I do, and it's such a specialized style, what I do is a lot of my clients are referred to me. So I have clients as far as San Francisco. I have, quite a few media clients up there in the Bay Area. And then I have clients that go all the way down to the border of California and into the side states. So anywhere they need me.
Again, I wanted to just remind you, you're listening to Mark Schwartz at the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. We're fortunate to have Barb Cafaro here from Torrey Pines Bank. She's our concierge lender. And I must say, we've always discussed, working with someone who's enthusiastic and energetic and loves what they do. I don't care if they're selling shoes, cars, or houses. I mean, she is just oozing with energy and emotion, and you can tell.
It's a racket. I can't believe people actually pay me to do this.
They're buying into
it. Found your match, Mark. You found your match.
Can we talk? No, it's unbelievable. And so I know you were talking about business banking, and Joe's our mortgage banker from Park Place Financial Group. Joe, how do you guys handle? Do you have deals that you can refer back and forth? Do you get guys that are looking for mortgages?
We do. We are happy to refer out anything that we can't do. That's why I love having such a wide network. Just the other day I was at an appointment, and my doctor said, "Well, I'm looking for a way to invest in commercial property. Do you know anybody?" Yes. I make sure that I know the best in the industry. I make sure that I know the people that run their day like I do, that if they get a phone call, they realize, hey, somebody needs help. When my phone rings, it rings because someone needs me. So I answer it. I make sure that I'm there, I'm available, and I make sure that I'm surrounded by people that care as much about making people successful as I do. So I can call Hershel and say, "Hershel, I got a client that needs to look at some properties in this area.
Awesome.
boom, can you take care of her? And I need those people to respond back and take, because this is my family.
Sure.
These clients are my family of people.
Yeah, I had a broker I worked with one time, and he had a phone call coming in, and I said, "Are you going to pick that up?" He said, "Well, it could be a client of mine." I said, "That's funny. What client would you not want to talk to, and why?" Let's be realistic.
Right. Or I've had people say, you know,
we take all
well, these are my hours. My hours are when you need me, and that's the thing I do. You'll see a lot of my posts on Facebook under Banker Barb is when and where my clients need me. If someone calls me, the other day I was in La Jolla 4 times and Del Mar and then back. So I get in my car and I go where they need me. When and where they need me is how I fix it.
It sounds like you may have created this position for yourself because of all...
Actually, Torrey Pines Bank really, really supports what I do, and they created it for me. They saw that there was a special need out there in the business community.
You're definitely the animal for that. They should be blessed to have a guy like you. I mean, you're traveling all over and you're keeping it all together and bringing people over, and that's probably why with your network. And when we come back on the next segment, we'll be shocked to find out that you also run a bag networking program.
Yes.
With over 4,000 people and different networks and things that are going on.
Fabulous people.
With
the most
all
incredible
your spare
business people.
time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you've got questions, we've got answers. AM 1170, The Answer.
Are you looking to lower your current interest rate or obtain a loan for a home purchase? If you are, Park Place Financial Group would like to help. At Park Place Financial Group, building a value-based relationship is our #1 priority, and our passion is all about helping our customers find the best possible loan program based on their current and future needs. In doing so, we utilize our years of experience and expertise to help you succeed and build your real estate wealth. Give us a call today at 646-245-7856. Licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate under license BRE number 01841088.
Hey, Craig Sewing here, going to bat for you every single day as your consumer advocate here on KCBQ. I give a lot of advice on your finances, your real estate, your mortgage, your tax plan, estate plan, even things like debt and credit. Look, as your consumer advocate, I'm not licensed to do anything for you, but I will bring you great information, great experts on the show, and most importantly, if you ever need an introduction for anything on your financial decisions or real estate or anything else on that financial wheel, make sure you visit me online, craigsewing.com. That's Craig with a C, sewing like a sewing machine, craigsewing.com. I am happy to introduce you to my partners who help me with the show and can help you win in any marketplace.
Over the course of over 20 years in practice, Mr. Garrison has tried more than 45 cases, winning many multi-million-dollar jury verdicts and settlements. Mr. Garrison and his team do not shy away from hard work, hard cases, or earning results. Their reputation for being aggressive, experienced trial lawyers has produced excellent results for their clients, both in and out of the courtroom. Trial lawyers will give you practical advice based on real-world experience. There's only one way to acquire this kind of experience. Earn it under pressure in court. Greg Garrison's trial experience allows his team to counsel you in practical ways. It is their goal to avoid litigation if possible. However, if your case must be tried, they know how to win. Call Greg Garrison. Consultations are free. Choosing the wrong lawyer is not. Greg Garrison is the exclusive criminal defense attorney for The Craig Sewing Show, The American Dream, and their entire team.
Craig Sewing here, host of The Craig Sewing Show. I want you to think in your head for a minute. How much money did you make last year? Here's a better question. How much money did you keep? In other words, how much of your hard-earned money was for you rather than giving it away to this inefficient government of ours? If you think the government's inefficient, I got a challenge for you. I'm going to challenge your efficiency with your tax plan. My good friend Doug Jennings, who you hear on KCBQ all the time, is a savant when it comes to tax planning. As Doug puts it, Craig, I've never even seen a tax return I can't improve. Doug can help you keep more of your money, help you improve your structure for your taxes, your business, your real estate, even your marriage. Why wouldn't you take a moment to get a free consultation? It can save you thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars. He's not really a friend of the IRS, but I'm a consumer advocate. I want him helping you. This is something you got to do. Visit JenningsTaxLaw.com for a free consultation on your tax plan. That's JenningsTaxLaw.com. Jennings.com. You can thank me later. Doug is a great person, a great professional. He and his wife Peggy are friends of mine. I give him my highest recommendation, JenningsTaxLaw.com. Visit him today.
Did you know that there are over 17,000 real estate people in San Diego with a license to sell real estate? Kind of scary, huh? It makes you wonder what kind of credentials one might have to have in order to represent you on your most important purchase or sale of your life. Let me make it a little easier for you to find the right representative and introduce you to a man that has over 28 years of experience and has built an incredibly strong team with a reputation that Yelp nearly had to create 6 stars. Mark Schwartz is the owner, broker, and CEO of Mark Schwartz Realty, with a beautiful office located right in the heart of Del Mar. Mark's attention to detail, his creativity, and his outside-the-box thinking continue to separate him from the rest. He's a Southern California native, and he's talking to you right now on the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Get connected with the best of the best. Go to markforhomes.com. That's Mark, the number 4, homes.com. Mark Schwartz Realty, when only the best will do.
Call Mark at 858-414-4602.
I'm going to sing.
Do it.
Money, money.
There you go. After all, that's what it's all about. Money, money. It's Mark Schwartz. This is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio. We're here with Hershel Strother, Barb Cafaro, and Joe Costa from Park Place Financial Group. You know, we were just over on an appointment the other day, and it turned out we had relocated. One of our guys was relocating, selling his condominium. There's a tenant in there, and it was a great situation. And, you know, opportunities now when you're paying rent and a high rent, with the interest rates as low as they are, you just go buy a place. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from getting in the market and starting to create that wealth that you deserve for yourself and your family. It's like you get the interest deduction, you save money every year on your taxes. It's a no-brainer. You're buying down your loan. Like we said, you're paying somebody's mortgage. It might as well be yours. And, you know, that article that you pointed out to me, Hershel, it showed that the average rent in San Diego County as per April of 2015 was at $1,514, up 20%. Obviously, that's not the rent in North County Coastal. But anyway.
Neither downtown either.
Yeah, nor downtown. But when you blend in San Diego County, that's what you get. But interestingly enough, they just went back and they checked it out last month. It's back up to like $1,756 a month for the average rent in San Diego. We're talking about studios through houses. It all blends in there. I mean, that's just ridiculous. If you're paying $1,700, $1,800 a month for rent, go buy yourself a place for $250,000 or $300,000.
Well, you want to promote self-wealth. You want to invest in yourself.
Our concierge
you
banker.
Absolutely want to put all of your love and your money and your retirement and everything into building yourself.
Absolutely.
And that's part of it.
Guaranteed.
Owning your own home and putting the money back in there.
Always the best investment to own your own home. And give me a call, Mark Schwartz at Mark Schwartz Real Estate, 858-414-4602. This particular situation we put in front of Joe Costa, our mortgage broker at Park Place Financial Group, and where you go in and you qualify the situation. Do you take the rents that they're paying and try and calculate with the mortgage deduction, you know, where they should be? Say they're paying $2,400 a month, and so like up to $3,000 because they're going to be able to deduct $400 or $500 a month is probably, you know, what makes sense. Is that how you work backwards?
We'll put that out and make sure that we let them know that we're not the tax person, but we certainly can crunch those numbers to show how it actually makes sense to own as opposed to rent if you can afford to own. Sometimes people can't afford it from a debt to income technicality standpoint, which we run into sometimes.
Yeah, you got to make it a priority in life, obviously, if you're going to go ahead and build that wealth for the future. As you said, it's all about making money. So again, you can get yourself into a situation where you can clean up your act. You could pay some of these things off and get yourself in a position where you can qualify. There's always other situations where you get the owner assistance to get in, a lease purchase, a lease option. If you needed to, there is an option. Give me a call, Mark Schwartz, 858-414-4602. But Joe, I think you got a program for anybody. Short sale, foreclosure. I mean, if you've had these issues of bankruptcy in the past, you're not out of the game. Is that right?
Not at all. No. In fact, if you've reestablished yourself, that's the key. It's time in reestablishing yourself, typically 24 months. And if you have taken the measures to, take out new credit cards or maybe you've gotten a car loan, there are, avenues to travel after you've cleared the BK. It's been discharged. So it's important that you go to the next step, which is to reestablish. You can't just sit on your hands and say, hey, I was discharged a year ago. Well, then the next question is, well, do you have any new established credit? And if the answer is no, then you're not really where you need to be.
Right. That's what people need to realize is something happens, there's bumps in the road. You get a flat tire, get out of your car and fix it. Call somebody to fix it. If you had a bankruptcy, if you had something happen to you that, health-wise that affected your job and financial situation, you need to reach out to the people in the industry that can help you, your bankers, your concierge banker.
Absolutely.
Your bankers, your finance people, and make sure that people come in and help stabilize you and push you back into some stability in your life so that you can move on to owning your own place. And that's important.
Look, if you got the will, there's a way. You got to be inclined to want to do it. You could put a couple of bucks in a 401k and 20 years from now you'll have 40 grand. Or you could buy a couple of homes and 20 years from now you could have created the wealth, the leverage you need, the future for your family, college educations. I always tell my clients when you have a kid to buy a house, buy an investment home when the kid's born. 18 years from now, when that kid wants to go to college, they've paid that loan down. Mm-hmm. That property's appreciated. Give them the house. Let them decide, do they want to sell it? Do they want to move into it? They want to open a business and take the money that you've created, pay for the college education that way and continue to have it paid. I mean, there's so many tools and avenues you can go through the mortgage business. And our guy, Joe at Park Place Financial Group, that's Joe at parkplacefgfrankgary.com. Where can they call you at?
646-245-7856. You can text me on that as well.
Yeah, it's called responsible living. I think that's what we've talked. If you've got the will, the way, if you're diligent about what you do and how you handle your things, you're going to create the path to success. And so it's all about at least finding out where you're at and what you need to do. We can put together a plan that will work for you. You just give us a call. Barbara,
yes, sir.
You are big in the BAG network.
Yes.
And that, to me, is just this huge group of people that I want to interact with. Yeah.
We have so much fun at BAG. We just had a meeting last Tuesday, and it turned into a mini concert.
Wow.
We have so many incredible talented people, and once in a while we end up, what we try to do is we try to make it fun for everybody. Everybody needs to have a network of friends they can depend on. Everybody needs to have someone they can reach out to help them with whatever situation it is, like we were talking about mortgage and fixing your credit and buying homes and investing your money and having a banker and all of that stuff. And so what the BAG network does is we bring the best and the brightest in San Diego and North County, and we give them a central location to meet twice a month to build those friendships. Because when you're looking for a realtor, a doctor, a dentist, Yellow Pages is great. If you want to end up in a chair with somebody you have no idea who this person is, I would much rather have somebody tell me, this person saved me. This person took care of me. This person proved to me they were the best at what they did. My business is built on referrals. I am so grateful for the people that remember the things that I did 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago for them. They refer me those clients.
It's very hard to forget you. You do have a presence about you, and it's obvious you're enthusiastic.
I'm very tall. I'm very tall. I'm easy to spot in a room.
We can't miss you. No, that's great. And as you said, I mean, that whole networking group, and we always talk about dealing with pros. If you're in this business and you're looking to buy a house and you have a realtor, I'd check and see if they have a license. How long they've been in the business. When the last time?
I used to sell real estate, and I had that encounter where, the person on the other end of the contract, not licensed. I had to call the broker. Hello. Get your secretary off the phone and get me a realtor. So you want to not risk dealing with, it's your life. You want the best people.
I think you and I were talking about it was even as far as like, when was the last time you sold a house? And not to discount you by any means, but you've got to stay on top of the market. You got to know what's happening, the changes that are going on, like the pulse. You got to know what's up.
You have to be up to date. You don't want a doctor cutting you open that doesn't know what he's doing.
Not a full-time doc.
You want somebody that knows what they're doing.
Absolutely. Like all of us, we're all diligent about it, and that's why at Mark Schwartz Realty, we further educate ourselves. We stay on top of the market. We constantly have lunch and learns and education programs for our agents and staying on top of all the latest laws and groups like this CFPB. Joe, I just found out like my name and my license will be on this form, yet I cannot receive a copy of it. Is that?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a little chaotic in the next couple of months, certainly when they launch this. So anything August 1st on will be factored into the new TRID laws, which I'm still trying to figure them out in terms of the trigger timeframes. It's a little confusing, but we'll get it figured out. And everyone, I've been reviewing it, it's just confusing because I'm trying to deal with current triggers and then we have the new triggers. So these dates are important, and certainly the real estate agents and the service providers are now listed on this information for the borrowers to now see, which is a little change.
Yeah, usually if there was something that had my name on it, at least I could be exposed to it or have the opportunity to look at it.
But you know who you are already, right?
Yeah, exactly. As long as I'm getting referrals out of it, there's no problem. Let me ask you a question. Like, where are rates at today? I know they trickled back up.
Rates are a little bit higher than they've been. The new floor seems to be actually above four
really?
And higher.
It's amazing
on a 30-year.
I have clients that are like freaking out over 4.25%, 4.5%. My first condo was at 10% fixed, and I think
remember those
yeah,
rates?
and I was stoked because the next day it went up to 10.75%, 11.25%. I mean, there's all kinds of programs that are going on at that point. I think I was paying $800 a month for a $92,000 loan, which is just absolutely highway robbery.
So Joe, is it 4.25% for like someone with a 720 and a FICO score, or
it depends again on the point configuration, which is we call buy down. So you can get a high 3 rate, but now that's going to carry a buy down cost. Whereas a week ago, that same rate was with no buy down. So in other words, we call that par.
Yeah,
no buy down.
I just wanted to say, man, like while we were talking, I took the liberty of just looking up and Googling like the lowest rate ever and the highest rate ever. Well, the highest rate ever was about 18%, if not a little bit more.
Wow.
The lowest rate
was the Carter years, right?
Yeah, the lowest rate ever fixed for 30 years was down around 3.5%, 3.25%. Okay, so
Still close. It's not that far off.
we're talking about in the top 2-3% that rates have ever been. And so for anybody to try and back off because they think that the rates are too high, well, I got news for you. The Fed met in September and they told us they'd raise rates and would continue to raise rates, and they will, and they've started to, and they're going to continue. So sitting on the fence any longer is just not going to do you justice. If you're waiting for the rates to go back down, and you better jump back in.
There's a big meeting with the Feds this month, middle of the month, a week or so away, and we're not sure what they're going to do. But these rate increases are due to the bond market. The stock market, too, has been getting hit hard this week. And it's just a matter of, funds and hedge funds and investment firms are moving money around. And it's affected the bond market to the point where there was a big sell-off and rates were affected accordingly. So the floor now, I think people are getting payment shock now when they actually sit down to figure out their payments. They're saying, wait a minute, 2-3 weeks ago, these rates were in the 3s. What's going on? And that's when you have to explain, because it hasn't been as public where, in other words, the Feds come out, make an announcement. Everybody knows. It's, you'll hear it on the news that the Feds have raised rates. This hasn't happened yet with the Feds raising rates officially. It's just more or less the markets.
Absolutely. So like what I learned long ago was that the rates change daily. I mean, you go here, the Feds lowered or raised rates or lowered rates. It's incidental to what's happening daily with the market. You can go lock in at 4.25% today. Tomorrow it's at 4 5/8. You may never have heard from the Fed. That's just the way it is. And that's why you need to stay on top of it with a pro like Joe at Park Place Financial Group. That's Joe at parkplacefg.com. When we get back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the San Diego Chargers and the new stadium proposal that I think just got taken off the docket.
AM 1170, The Answer, and AM1170theanswer.com.
Are you looking to lower your current interest rate or obtain a loan for a home purchase? If you are, Park Place Financial Group would like to help. At Park Place Financial Group, building a value-based relationship is our #1 priority, and our passion is all about helping our customers find the best possible loan program based on their current and future needs. In doing so, we utilize our years of experience and expertise to help you succeed and build your real estate wealth. Give us a call today at 646-245-7856. Licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate under license BRE number 01841088.
Hey, San Diego, Craig Sewing here. Look, one of the things that nobody likes to hear is that they got bugs in their home. Almost all California homes have some sort of bug or termite problem. It's not a cool thing to have bugs running around your house, so I'm going to help you get rid of them. I want you to connect with Lloyd's Pest Control. These are our good friends of the Craig Sewing Show. They can help you. They've been in business, putting bugs out of business since 1931. They'll do a free inspection for you. If you want to get your biggest investment checked out, make sure there's not bugs or termites, go to LloydPest.com. That's LloydPest.com and get a free inspection of your real estate today. Hey, your host Craig Sewing here. I got some great advice for you here today. Please tune in. Listen, everyone has a credit score. I am a believer that every one of those credit scores has inaccuracies that affect it within that credit report. It's pretty much a proven fact. Now, the question is, what do you do about your credit? The bureaus don't make money off of giving you an accurate credit score. They could care less. They make money by selling your information to the big banks and mortgage companies, insurance, realtors. I can help you stop that. We can help you get a free credit report that doesn't ding your credit. We can help you opt out of having your information sold. All those letters you're getting in the mail, email offers, it's because they're selling your information to anyone who will buy it. You got to stop it. It puts you at risk at identity theft. Here's what you can get today. A free credit package from Iran Sinai. Iran is the best in the business. He's going to teach you how to get that free credit report, how to opt out, and if you need any credit advice, he'll chat with you for free as well. His number, 866-CREDIT-PRO. 866-CREDIT-PRO. Give Iran a call. 866-CREDIT-PRO. Or if you like, visit me online. Tell me about your story. CraigSewing.com. Call Iran, 866-CREDIT-PRO, or visit CraigSewing.com. Hey, Craig Sewing here, host of The Craig Sewing Show. You know I'm every night at 6 p.m. on 1170 AM KCBQ, going to bat for our audience. What you might not know is we can actually be a resource for you as well. I'm right here in San Diego, acting as your consumer advocate. We have a text line. If you ever have a question, a concern, or maybe you want an introduction to whoever I consider to be an elite in the finance or real estate space, all you have to do is text my direct line. That number, 619-846-9333. That's right, just send me a text message and I will give you direct advice, no strings attached. 619-846-9333. You can also visit us online. Hit our contact form at craigsewing.com. That's 619-846-9333. Or visit me online, craigsewing.com.
Did you know that there are over 17,000 real estate people in San Diego with a license to sell real estate? Kind of scary, huh? It makes you wonder what kind of credentials one might have to have in order to represent you on your most important purchase or sale of your life. Let me make it a little easier for you to find the right representation and introduce you to a man that has over 28 years of experience and has built an incredibly strong team with a reputation that Yelp nearly had to create 6 stars. Mark Schwartz is the owner, broker, and CEO of Mark Schwartz Realty, with a beautiful office located right in the heart of Del Mar. Mark's attention to detail, his creativity, and his outside-the-box thinking continue to separate him from the rest. He's a Southern California native, and he's talking to you right now on the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Get connected with the best of the best. Go to markforhomes.com. That's Mark, the number 4, homes.com. Mark Schwartz Realty, when only the best will do.
Welcome back. We were hoping to have banker Barb sing that intro, but maybe on the next segment. You know, it's interesting, and I want to talk to you about the concierge banking and the BAG network, because there's so many really interesting things that you do, and I'm just wondering how I can get involved in all of it. I know you only work with the pros. I consider myself to be a pro. How are you going to check me out? Testimonials. You know, it's interesting because we were talking about the rents, being raised earlier, and talking about jobs and what it is, the cost of construction and all the new homes that are going on, all the maintenance that happens, the plumbing, the electrical, and all the service companies are out there. It's costing us more money for the materials, more money for the contractors to get out there and do the work. It's driving prices up, and it's getting a little scary for people because they're seeing prices at where it was bubble pricing, technically, 10, 12 years ago. But again, when it's low, nobody remembers how high it was. When it's high, nobody remembers how low it was. So one thing I know is it always pushes past and new boundaries, new territories, and we're on the cusp of that right now. And I think with the interest rates trickling up, it's going to get everybody off the fence. We got a huge buyer pool out there. Homes are still selling very quickly, and if they're priced aligned with the market, you're getting multiple offers, and sellers are still having the opportunity to get the highest prices out there and really get that equity back and make that move. I think we said there's like 1.2 million people right now, 1.2 million homeowners that didn't have equity positions 2 or 3 years ago that now do.
They do.
My God, 27% of $1 million is $270,000. Carmel Valley's up 27% in the last 18, 19, 20 months. And so now all of a sudden they got a little room. They can sell the house, take the money, and then go set themselves up again, either downsize, which is great, and driving the market at this point too. Are you finding that, Joe, are you getting these move up people, selling, buying bigger homes? Is that how the market is for you?
Actually, yeah, and I'm also seeing a lot of these principal recapture scenarios where they're closing on their homes. Certain individuals that have free and clear properties, taking that cash out, and they're downsizing, utilizing that cash to come in with a strong offer, and then after they close, within 90 days, as long as they apply for a loan, they can actually pull, about 80% if they qualify of that purchase price out and put it back or put into investments or whatever they.
That was a great program we talked about again. So they can actually come in with the cash they had on the sale of the house. They can recapture the money afterwards, still get treated as if it was a purchase if it's in the first 90 days instead of a refinance, and still get that great rate and program.
Exactly. That's the key. It's treated as a purchase, so it's not a refi cash out, which would carry a quarter to sometimes 3/8 higher in the rate.
Absolutely. And so before we get back to Hershel and the fair opening at this point.
Ooh, the fair.
Absolutely. In commercial or business banking, how does the trend go?
Still stuck on the fair food.
You got to get there in the first 3 weeks. Otherwise, I think it just sits around.
Oh, that's yikes.
Joe, you had a funny story.
I was at the San Diego Padres game on Wednesday with my kids, and it was the night that the new Chargers, Melvin Gordon, to mention, was there throwing at the first pitch. And Melvin Gordon, as most of you know, is the new...
Wisconsin, right?
He's from Wisconsin. Yeah. The Chargers got him. It's going to be very exciting. He was a runner-up to the Heisman Trophy. A big guy, strong guy, great running back. Actually set the record for the most yards in a college game, only to be broken the following week. And he was a true pro about that in terms of commenting about losing the record. So anyhow, he was at the game, and he was walking through in a section of the seating where we were sitting, and he was smiling and he was taking selfies. So my kids decided they wanted to get involved. It's like the term you say. So they get up and go over to the area where he is, and he's stopping, he's smiling, really good, great guy. And while he's there, one of my sons gets shut out from the selfie, right? So he's all upset because it turns out tons of people converge.
If you don't know, Joe's got twins. They're very competitive.
I got twin boys. They're going to be 12 soon. So my older twin, who's 30 seconds older, he gets shut out. He gets shut
That's
out.
Funny. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
The senior.
Wait, it's not 30 seconds.
Respect your elders, boy.
Trust me, I bring that up because he always lets my other son know that he's 30 seconds older. So anyhow, it turns out he gets shut out. He turns to come back to the seats, and all of a sudden, a foul ball, hits the upper deck, of which bounces down off the cement walkway where he's standing into his hands. It was absolutely unbelievable.
It's just pure comedy. I love it because you never catch one when it's coming, right? But yeah, that's generally how. Or it bounces off the dude's hand and back. But that's great.
It just looks so funny. His hand was in the air, and thank goodness his hand actually grabbed the ball. It could have bounced off it, but it went right into his hand, and he was surprised.
Yeah. Is this guy from Wisconsin though going to take us from a good team to a great team? I think the Chargers have always been a good team. They've absolutely been there. They get in the playoffs, 60-70% of the time. We maybe win a game or two in the playoffs, but for some reason we can't get over the edge. I need someone to punch it in the end zone, get us into the Super Bowl. What are you thinking, Paul?
I love the Melvin Gordon pick. Ryan Matthews. He was constantly hurt. Decent size, but a lot of fumbling issues. You don't have that with Melvin Gordon.
He's the guy.
Big dude.
He's the give me the damn ball.
Yeah, and he's a multi-dimensional runner. He can run it between the tackles. He can also bounce it outside. The only kind of question mark you have with him is you don't know what he's going to give you catching the ball out of the backfield because they don't really do a lot of that at Wisconsin. They're very much
up the middle driving it. Exactly.
But he seems to have the work ethic. He should be able to pick that up quickly. Plus, with hopefully Danny Woodhead will be back healthy. He can take
thunder and lightning.
Exactly.
It's our last year for Malcolm Floyd. It looks like he's going to retire too. He's got 4 kids and wants to hang him up.
34 years, some health issues, especially with the neck injury that caused him to miss most of the last 2 seasons ago. Had a great carear, so hopefully we can send out Malcolm Floyd with a bang.
Perfect. So I want to remind you, listening to
what
Mark.
bank?
No, it was
Did
bang.
you say bank?
With a bang.
Well.
Banker Barb.
Yes.
She is all over
that radar comes up.
She even has headphones on, and she picked that one up. That's classic.
New sheriff in town.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to remind you, this is Mark Schwartz, and this is the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show, and the real estate market remains very strong. Look at my website, mark4homes, HOMES.com. Download my app, markforhomes.com. It's still free. Anyway, Hershel, you get back to the fair. You told me it's opening this week. Like, how are you on rides at the fair? Like, I see them assembling the rides and like throughout the night or the week, and like half of that thing that spins around is up, and the other half.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Del Mar and Carmel Valley residents, brace yourself because you're definitely going to need some snacks while you're in the car.
Well,
There's tons of traffic.
Absolutely. The locals all hit it within the first week or two because they all know we got to get out there and make it happen. But then, like, it brings in this, like, caliber of individual that's visiting or whatnot. And you're like, you're checking them out. Like, they're a little bit out of the area. But
I saw Gnarls Barkley.
Yes, great concerts there.
I mean, phenomenal.
The concerts are wonderful.
Unbelievable. I saw Hall & Oates there. It's great. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Remember Hall & Oates?
Yeah.
Jack Johnson started there.
Hall & Oates is one of those ones, though, like, every song, you're like, oh, my God, they sang that? Like, oh, you can't believe it. Like, again, it's just one after the other. And so we look forward to attending those. And then obviously following the fair is the track. And banker Barb from Torrey Pines Bank. Are you a horse individual? Do you guys go to the track? Does Bag Network ever meet?
We need to do a bag event out at the racetrack.
With polo season now,
With
right?
polo season, yes.
We should be able to like organize in the turf
ponies.
club, get everybody dressed up, and then we get a table or two and put it all together.
Absolutely. Get Stacy out there with the big hat, Mark.
I'll cut my hair.
Nah, wait a minute. You heard it here first. Joe Costa.
No, we'd love that.
Text him right now at what?
646-245-7856.
Tell him to cut the hair. Any text that comes in, we give $5 to beat cancer. We're trying to go ahead and continue to raise money. Absolutely. And text me 858-414-4602 sellers, man, for a free market evaluation of your home. Just save the $500 and let me come out there and tell you how much your house is worth and what we can do to strategize, market it, and make you the most money possible. Other than that,
you want to act on opportunity. That's what I always tell my friends in business. There's no luck in life. There's people that act on opportunity, and if you let it pass you by, then it's just going to run past you, and you're going to wish you did.
Absolutely. They always say you don't have to catch every ball that's thrown to you, but you got to look closely
at the ball. You don't want to have a hit in the head.
You don't want to get hit in the helmet. You don't want to miss an opportunity to get into the end zone or advance in your life and career. And that's why real estate has always remained a constant in wealth building, leverage, and just having the choices that you need in life to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And don't we all want to get that done? So when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit more about how to acquire that wealth, concierge banking, the Bag Network, and San Diego sports.
I love it.
AM1170theanswer.com. Hear us anywhere in San Diego and the world. AM1170 The Answer.
Are you looking to lower your current interest rate or obtain a loan for a home purchase? If you are, Park Place Financial Group would like to help. At Park Place Financial Group, building a value-based relationship is our #1 priority, and our passion is all about helping our customers find the best possible loan program based on their current and future needs. In doing so, we utilize our years of experience and expertise to help you succeed and build your real estate wealth. Give us a call today at 646-245-7856. Licensed by the California Bureau of Real Estate under license BRE number 01841088.
Over the course of over 20 years in practice, Mr. Garrison has tried more than 45 cases, winning many multi-million-dollar jury verdicts and settlements. Mr. Garrison and his team do not shy away from hard work, hard cases, or earning results. Their reputation for being aggressive, experienced trial lawyers has produced excellent results for their clients, both in and out of the courtroom. Trial lawyers will give you practical advice based on real-world experience. There's only one way to acquire this kind of experience. Earn it under pressure in court. Greg Garrison's trial experience allows his team to counsel you in practical ways. It is their goal to avoid litigation if possible. However, if your case must be tried, they know how to win. Call Greg Garrison. Consultations are free. Choosing the wrong lawyer is not. Greg Garrison is the exclusive criminal defense attorney for The Craig Sewing Show, The American Dream, and their entire team.
Did you know that there are over 17,000 real estate people in San Diego with a license to sell real estate? Kinda scary, huh? It makes you wonder what kind of credentials one might have to have in order to represent you on your most important purchase or sale of your life. Let me make it a little easier for you to find the right representative and introduce you to a man that has over 28 years of experience and has built an incredibly strong team with a reputation that Yelp nearly had to create 6 stars. Mark Schwartz is the owner, broker, and CEO of Mark Schwartz Realty, with a beautiful office located right in the heart of Del Mar. Mark's attention to detail, his creativity, and his outside-the-box thinking continue to separate him from the rest. He's a Southern California native, and he's talking to you right now on the Mark Schwartz Real Estate Radio Show. Get connected with the best of the best. Go to markforhomes.com. That's Mark, the number 4, homes.com. Mark Schwartz Realty, when only the best will do.
Call Mark at 858-414-4602.
Welcome back on this beautiful evening. As we said before we went to break, obviously the affair is going on. Lots of great artists. I know, Joe, you've seen a lot of great concerts there.
Speaking of artists, really quick, I wanted to say that that Costa, what was that, the Fiesta del Sol, that was, actually the weather wasn't great, but we went and saw Super Diamond there, which is the Neil Diamond cover band, and my God, it was a blast.
Someone said you were dancing out there.
Who said that?
That would have been
Did you
great
tag me on Facebook?
I want the photo evidence.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
It's a rare thing. Anyway, Joe, well, following up on the Rolling Stones concert was just unbelievable, and what a great venue there for sure.
I know we have Van Halen coming in the fall.
Can't wait.
I miss Bryan Adams. He actually performed Wednesday right before the Stones did on Sunday.
Not to date ourselves here by all our musicians
I'm
or
going to
anything.
pretend I don't know any of this.
And Rush is coming into town.
She's into Justin Timberlake, and,
right?
Of course.
One Direction.
Too young to know these people.
Absolutely.
No, exactly.
So, getting back to Banker, Barb, and the Bag Network, which is really something exciting and taking over, and I think that I just love the energy and enthusiasm that's going on.
We have a really great reputation out there as far as networking groups go. When we have people come out, I ask them, how were you referred? How did you hear about us? And they respond with, we were told you were the business, the real one. We don't, and they'll ask what the annual memberships are. There's no fees. I honestly don't feel like you need to pay someone to be your friend, and we want to have our friends to rely on in business and life and everything else. So why would we charge somebody to come and meet?
The event that I went to the first time, and thank you.
Yeah.
And it does work as a testament. Hershel Strother and I met through the Bag Network, and now we've been working together successfully.
We've had business partnerships come about. We've had
the
all
networking that goes on there is
things.
unbelievable. I mean, I just watched the buzz of the room, and I was really timid to get in there because there was so much happening. I mean, you could see the energy, which is great, and I can't wait till the next event, which is when?
The next event's on June 16th.
Okay.
And just
after
a
my
kind
dad's
of
birthday.
high little overview of what we do is everybody needs networking. Everybody needs to know somebody in something so that they can help them promote themselves, promote their business. And when they need help with certain things, I'm sick, where do I host a party? What do I do? Who can help me? That's what we need networking for. And our group takes all the boring and the yuck kind of out of the stereotypical networking group, and we make it a fun environment. The first hour is a meet and greet, and I act as your hostess and try and put the people that make sense together. So realtors with lenders and people that are doing events with some of we have crazy
That's
fun
the amazing
people.
thing about this. It's like you're the MC, the hostess with the mostest, and you're out there actually, you're not leaving it up to the dudes and the girls that talk and figure out who's doing what.
We want to make sure that people aren't sitting in a corner and shy and worried about who do I talk to. We had some people at the group that host some events, and they had events coming up, and we had some Cirque people there. Now, who expects to see people that's stilt walkers? But they're great. It was wonderful. I introduced them to a bunch of the people that are hosting future events, and we try and support our partners in business.
Absolutely.
If we have a charity event or something that's going on in the city, we want to publicize that, and we ask our members to go and endorse the businesses here. We're a community group. We're community business people. We want to give back. So any opportunity to help expose charity events, new startup businesses that have been around, restaurants, everything and anything.
That's
but
awesome.
It's wild how the things you don't expect to come together.
Correct. You never know. Funny enough, I was away just a couple of days ago, and we were having dinner and a drink, and I ran into a gal who was looking for a position that was something that one of my clients was looking for. It was an internship in the movie business, and it turned out that her aunt worked for a gal that I'm dating. And bottom line is, one thing led to another, and they're meeting today for this internship position, and it was like a match made in heaven.
That's why we do it. People don't realize. They think just you have to stay with your like kind. No.
Anybody who thinks they're going to do better alone in this world is wrong. And when did it click in for you? Because at Mark Schwartz Realty, Mark Schwartz, 858-414-4602, we're a team effort. I have a team in place to ensure success. We have an escrow coordinator. We have a listing coordinator. We have a transaction coordinator. I have a short sale negotiator. And I'm out there digging it up, working it. I specialize in and I excel in putting deals together and keeping deals together. If anybody that knows me out there, you can talk to all my people, check my testimonials. There's nobody they'd like better in the mix. Now, obviously, coordinating their escrow and coordinating their listing. That might not be my specialty. 28 years, I'm a lifer, and just a couple more years than banker Barb. You've been in the business since you were 19.
19.
Wow.
That's like
amazing.
zero disclosure on age.
So
I'm like a tree. You have to cut me in half and count the rings to see what my real age is.
I know. So if you're looking for a great Father's Day gift, introduce them to Banker Barb, a new banker in town. And how can they
concierge service?
Oh, they can get a hold of me through Torrey Pines Bank at my email, bankerbarb@torreypinesbank.com. That's probably the quickest and the easiest way. Let me know whatever I can do for you. Like I said, we are a bank, so certainly we have all the banking products and everything we can do, but what I want to make sure is I'm there to help you with your life and help you with everything you need.
Where did Banker Barb come from? I mean, she was just thrown down here on earth to help everybody. It's great. She's so enthusiastic and energetic. I got to get a part of this. I got to be a part of this group. And
well, things aren't going to happen. What's funny is people, you have your banks open 9 to 5. Great. But if something bad's going to happen, it's happening at 5:10.
Yeah, everybody's got a banker.
It's going to happen after it's closed.
Every bank's got a banker, but nobody has a concierge banker like Banker Barb who's willing to do what it takes. I mean, it was a position that was put together because they could see her enthusiasm and her energy and her wanting to go ahead and be there for her clients. It's amazing. It's a great story.
Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful for Torrey Pines. They really did see that this is so important to help people be successcul.
Well, Mark is about to make a deposit right after.
I'm on my way to
He doesn't have to go into
I don't
the
even
bank.
need to leave. I can just hand her the money.
I have clients that have banked with me for years that haven't walked into the bank because they're busy. They're busy making their money and building their lives.
For us, everybody needs to live somewhere. You either own or you rent. If you're a renter, you're going to become an owner, especially if we interact. We want to do what it takes to get you there. The networking group and the ability to get in front of thousands of people that are homeowners that can refer to people looking to buy and sell real estate and work together. And then we are interacting with so many people throughout the business and the process that we have the need for an insurance guy.
We want you there. We have insurance people. We have every type of business is there, and each group it ranges between 40 to 60 people, and every group you'll get familiar faces. We want you to build those friendships so that you feel confident and comfortable referring people and that they feel the same way. And also you get a whole set of new people each and every time. It's a big growing machine of love.
We want to.
It is.
Let's get
Everybody there loves each other. It's such a good group.
I had an email come in, and that's awesome. Regarding Joe in loans, there's a 10-year program. I think it was like fixed for 5 years, and it could go up for 5 more. Do you advise your clients in this marketplace with the rates the way they are? Do you advise your clients to take that 30-year fixed, opt for other kinds of adjustable programs? I mean, how conservative do you, or is it an individual situation?
Well, it's based on an individual situation. ARMs are typically a good product if you're going to look into that.
ARM is adjustable rate mortgage?
Adjustable rate mortgage on the jumbo loans because that carries a little bit lower rate, a significantly lower rate than, let's say, a straight 30 on a jumbo. But when you get into the conventional type of stuff, high balance, it doesn't really make sense to go after an adjustable a lot of the times because the pricing is so close. It's like, why would you take a 10-1 ARM?
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, when you could take
How could they get a hold of you?
646-245-7855. 888-888-5856.
That's Joe Costa at Park Place Financial Group, joe at parkplacefg.com. I got a couple listings that are out there that are in escrow and looking for situations that we got. We always have buyers and seller activity. I got an Ocean View home in Torrey Hills at $899. It's a short sale, one of the last ones. And we're working on getting that deal together. We got a condo over in Carmel Valley on Camino El Rincon, affordable housing, in Chula Vista. It's a house with in a gated community that's a relatively newer home, under $400,000. I mean, did you know that existed? You could get a newer home for under $400,000 in a gated community. It's in Chula Vista. Give me a call, Mark Schwartz, 858-414-4602. We look forward to a great weekend in San Diego. Should be sunny.
Fun, sunny
Let's get
weekend.
rid of June gloom. Let's not make this the summer of bummer. Or what was that? The bummer summer.
Something like that, yeah.